full of drama, full of quality, and possibly the most quality moment of the night was that amazing ball from Luka Modric.
Luka
Modric. Yes, of course,
Sorry,
Luka.
guys. Sorry. I'm getting too excited, man.
Luka Modric is with Des right now. Let's get his reaction. Des.
Luka, that was a sensational game and a sensational result.
Unbelievable to describe this game. We were dead until the goal that we scored. Chelsea scored 3 good goals. Maybe first one bit lucky from deflection, but I cannot say that we played bad game. But their chances, they used it well and they scored the goals. But we didn't give up. We keep believing, we keep fighting, and on the end we scored 2 goals. We showed huge character. This stadium and the fans were very helpful with us when we were losing 3-0. They were there, they were keep supporting us, and that gave us more boost to continue to keep believing that we can turn this around, and we did it on the end, thanks God.
And you did. The substitutes had a big impact, and also, is it the fact that you have the experience in these games that you save a little bit?
Yeah, I think Mister did great changes, and they did well. They had a great impact on the game, like you said, and certainly in this competition, experience is playing important role, and I think today it helped us a bit. But Chelsea, we knew it even after first game that we will have tough game, because they are, for me, most difficult teams to play against. I watch them a lot because of my friend Matteo, how they play, and they are very tough, physical team, very compact, and we knew that it's gonna be tough, like it was it. But on the end, we showed again great character, great desire, great togetherness, and we managed to turn it around, which is amazing. Defeat that is very sweet.
So you got Atletico or Manchester City?
We'll see. If you want to win this competition, you have to beat all the teams. For us, it was important to be in semi-final. We are there, and now we can enjoy watching tomorrow game.
Thank you, Luka.
Thank you.
They have to really see. They've got a big game on Sunday now, semi-final, which takes on even more of importance, because Chelsea's, it's about winning trophies. It's about being a champion, and that they were there for the taking tonight. Real Madrid. After the first 20 minutes, I thought they did okay, Real Madrid, but after that, Chelsea were on top of them, pressed so well. Mason Mount was outstanding. Reece James, Kai Havertz. But Rio's right. It's the details, and when you've got. And that's what they could. That's what ultimately then Real Madrid players can hang on into the game, knowing that they've got Benzema, knowing that they've got Vinicius, and knowing that they've got Modric, where something can happen. It was a mistake by Chelsea, tactical mistake. Vinicius bit of magic, and it's a great header, and the game's won.
Tell you what, these nights are good fun, aren't they?
Yeah, they're good for losing your voice.
All of us are hoarse now. You finally, and you get blown away. You leave and go, well, OK, there you go. But actually, Chelsea will look at this and go, we were the better side tonight. Look at that, 28 shots.
And you saw by the reaction after the game with the players, sometimes you don't mind it. Losing in semi-finals, when you're the better team, you walk off and all you think about is, what if we did this? What if somebody scored this chance? What if we did this a bit better? Defended a bit better? And you can totally understand why. There's so many ifs about this game. And they will all revert back to the most important 45 minutes, Stamford Bridge, where they should have been the dominant team, and they allowed Madrid to effectively win this whole tie. And they got into a glorious position today, and we'll look at chances that they missed. Even in injury time, they missed more chances, and it's one that got away, unfortunately, for Chelsea today.
All right, let's do it then, because lots of people will have heard what was going on and tuned in, so they might not have seen all these goals. Let's go through the full story of the night.
Well, Mount got him off to a fabulous start. It was a fantastic finish. Good move. He plays it inside here, and watch, he just runs there, goes inside. I thought Mason Mount first half especially was fabulous. Great pass from Timo Werner off the far, but the finish, Joe said in a commentary before, when the ball's bouncing like that, to hit it with as much conviction as he does and precise, it was beautiful.
It's easily to get this finish wrong, because as you get a good angle, it sits up, just touches up there, and he just whips it. And you have to get it right on the money. It's a fantastic finish. And this was the energy that, look at it, they're queuing up for it. That's how they would have throughout the game, the energy levels, they were vibrant. And here, look, this is a great angle on the finish. Great finish. Courtois, no chance there.
But it was the energy that Joe just said, that the way they scored that goal was epitomised that first half especially. They was on to Real Madrid. They made it difficult. Every time Real Madrid tried to play out, they had a yellow shirt in front of them, making it really, really difficult. So the tactics that Tuchel put out in the first half was a big difference from the first leg. And he addressed the weaknesses they showed in that first leg.
OK, perfect start. Then they built on it.
Set piece, wasn't it? Rudiger. And they bullied Madrid today. I thought through every single set piece they had, they seemed to get their head to it before any white shirt.
Look, the frustrating thing, Mac, was this is a great header, and they had about 7 or 8 corners after this.
Just do the same. That's all you wanted them to do. But everything got pulled out towards, behind the penalty area. But this was the one they should have tried to exploit all night. Without Militao in the team, they haven't got a huge amount of height in there, and Chelsea were by far the dominant team. They just couldn't get it right. This was a great head and an easy enough head and a lovely goal. And as soon as Chelsea scored the second, you thought they'll go on and score the third. Because Madrid didn't look as if they could get any type of grasp in the game. The fans were against them. So it was all Chelsea, and you were just waiting for it to go again. And the Alonso goal happens, and even when that happened, you thought Chelsea will come again.
Yeah. Well,
they did.
Let's talk about this Alonso goal, because a few seasons ago, this isn't an issue. And I know that there's huge amounts of frustration from Chelsea fans across social media, but quite simply, the laws of the game now state whether it's intentional or not, and this absolutely was not intentional. If it just even brushes your hand, it's a disallowed goal.
Listen, I dislike it as much as all the Chelsea fans who would be upset about it, without a shadow of a doubt. But as soon as it happened and it brushed his right hand, I said it's going to be disallowed because the laws of the game aren't
the way the ball moves.
Jake,
really,
I hate this rule as well.
It's a terrible rule.
But you know that it was going to be disallowed, and particularly in this game, at this magnitude. But you know what? Who cares? Because Chelsea go down the other end, and Chelsea carry on, attacking and get 3-0 anyway.
Some strike with his right
foot. Beautiful.
Lovely strike, and as well. I mean, I don't like it. Like Macro, it's very frustrating for me. But the rules are the rules, and you have to. But Chelsea went on again, like Mac said after this, and carried on in the same vein, and they got the third goal with Werner. And at that point, you could only see one winner.
I mean, it was at this point utter domination from Chelsea. Not only had Tuchel got his tactics right, but the players were delivering on the pitch. Yeah,
and we talked Timo Werner up after the weekend, scoring a couple of goals. Well, he hit the woodwork about 3 times as well. So he found a bit of confidence. And in this game today, he didn't look like a player who hadn't played many games over the last few months. Beautiful bit of composure here. Bit of fortune as well. But I thought he was very, very bright today. And he came in and done, I'm sure, what Thomas Tuchel would have asked him to do. He stretched him. He was involved. He was busy. And he got his goal and he got an assist.
It's a credit to him and his personality that he comes on and do this. Because we see Lukaku come on in the first leg and fluff his lines. But this lad... No Chelsea fan will ever begrudge anything because he works his socks off. So he's well loved, he's respected at the club, and you know this was as good as I've seen him at times tonight in the Chelsea shirt. He was outstanding.
You wouldn't begrudge him that at all, would you? The type of person he is. When you see him interviewed, he's had a lot of hard time. Always says the right things, positive attitude, and you're almost willing him to score. We mentioned before the game he could be the hero. He almost was 3-0 up.
And then Rodrigo comes on. 2 minutes he was on the pitch. And he does this. I mean, it's again, giving the ball away here, Kante have a sloppy pass. This pass from Luka Modric, I mean, that's why I lost my voice today, because I was screaming, Luka, Muka, whatever his name was.
Look at that.
Phenomenal.
He shouted at the top of his voice, Muka Modric.
Muka Modric.
I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
You could watch that all day. Forget the goal. Forget the finish. It was just a pass.
It's illegal, that.
Really. 36-and-a-half-year-olds playing up 120 minutes, but also being, the one of the star men. When he plays or Benzema plays, that's what normally happens.
And one of the things, when I was looking at them, you see Casemiro, Kroos and Modric, older, less mobile. But they need your Rodrigos of this world. They need your Valverdes of this world. They need Vinicius for that to happen. So that's why I think the balance changed when he come on. He took his goal well, but just Modric having a runner to hit, and it was a beautiful pass, and that's what the quality players can do for you.
Talking of quality.
Yeah, I mean, we mentioned before about Vinicius.
Pass, wasn't it? That pass.
Yeah, it's a sloppy pass, but he done well, Camavinga, when he came on. But this is the first time that you'd seen Vinicius running at anyone else other than James. But look at the next clip. It's not even this one. It's after this one, but it's a phenomenal pass. You know what I like about this is his patience.
Yeah.
He's patient here,
Composure.
waiting. And if you look at the next one, watch his eyes. All he's looking for is Benzema.
Yeah.
It's the only person he wants to pass his ball to.
Look at this movement, Ree.
Oh.
It's delightful, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Beautiful. It's
Unlucky of Rudiger, though, isn't it?
The movement does that to him, I think.
Every time I watch that from a wide man's perspective, the cross is sublime because he's actually like a sand wedge. He's just taken a little bit off of it, and it's a for someone of Benzema's quality, it's an absolute gift. He just needs to get his body shape right, head it back where it's come from, and Mendy had no chance.
And a lot of players there in that position there will take the easy option, smash it across the box.
Yeah.
That's why I mean the composure and the patience that he showed there as a young player, Vinicius. I mean, that one moment he had in the game was the only moment he had that he produced.
Well, he was great tonight and full of praise for Chelsea as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's great that he said that about them, that they're the hardest team he's played against. So, but it's true what he says. We said it before, experience counts for so much at this stage. He's somebody who knows, he's lived and breathed at this level for years now and excelled. And you see, they go 3-0 down. Other teams would have capitulated and gone, do you know what, wave the white flag, we're out of here. We're on our knees. And he said we were in the game. But there's that experience, again, and there's that know-how, and that just staying in, like the guys were speaking about at half-time and during the game, just staying in and around it. There's still an opportunity. And again, being decisive when that moment comes, they were that today.
And if they can be that in the next round, they may well be in another Champions League final. I mean, they're a team that find a way, no matter who the opposition is, so often.
Yes, they do, and it mirrors a bit of last season's where they beat Liverpool in the quarter-finals when we all expected Liverpool probably to run all over them. They stumbled in the semi-final when Chelsea did and beat them convincingly last year. You just wonder whether, listen, let's hope they play Manchester City. You're wrong plenty of times. If they play Manchester City, you think Manchester City should have more than enough to beat them. That's what I would think. But this question, this lingering thing over your shoulder says it all the time. They always find a way. But I still think, they've done remarkably well. The Spanish demise of the Spanish league, two teams in the semi-final already. And they've got one fighting tomorrow in Atletico Madrid, so we'll sit and wait.
Because whether it's quality they need or whether it's heart and spirit, they showed both at times.
And they've got both. They're looking in that squad. Like I said, I think the last 30 minutes I think when Carlo Ancelotti goes over that with his team, he'll look at that and he'll see the difference in his team, in the balance and the energy levels. With Camavinga, who come on, like Reece said, he was excellent. And he just, when you have that youthfulness around you and you're Modric, you can dictate even more because you can tell them what to do, go and press in there. They can do the running for it. Then Modric can get even more dominant. Like I said, and I don't think without the changes that they made, I don't think Modric is even in that position to deliver that pass. So like Macca said, they're a team that is not as good as Man City, but they've got like a spirit or something within the club and within the personnel that know how to win games at this level, and you cannot discount that. I discounted that over the two legs. I thought Chelsea would win, and they proved me wrong. And
Real Madrid, the name Real Madrid, and the history they have in this competition stands for a lot as well. I mean, you can sense that in the stadium they have a belief. They almost like Mac will know better than anyone, but almost like there's a divine right to be getting to finals of this competition.
Did it feel like that when you were there? Yeah.
Because the history dictates that you get to a certain level. And if you're not in the final, you have to get to the semis. There's always pressure to get to a point. So you win two finals, and we lost two semi-finals as well. And one of those semi-finals, we thought we were the better team, and you came off the pitch like that, thinking, how's that just happened? Missed a penalty, what have we done? And then another time, actually it was Owen Hargreaves' team, beat us quite comfortably. And you sort of take that and go, you know what, they're the better team. And you're happy with that, but always the pressure is to get to the semis, the quarters. And if you get to the last 16 or get knocked out in the group stage,
I mean, this is
God
minimum
forbid,
for the
that
Real
never
Madrid
happens.
Fans, this is a minimum requirement.
Have a look at the stat packs that we get. Have a look how many times they qualify for the Champions League.
You read
and
those?
How far... What? I don't. It's all up here. I don't need to read. But they get to that position all the time through anyway. Remember this competition. The first game they lost to Sheriff Tiraspol. It was the first game they lost, and you thought, oh my God, it's finished. Now we're in the semi-finals.
And I think when you look at their team, when they line up or when they're in the tunnel, It counts for a lot. There's a team that's standing there going, this is us. I'm comfortable with this. This is the norm for me. And you've got so many players within this team that have won multiple Champions League. They're not looking around thinking, oh, what's this about? What's it like to be here?
I'm nervous.
I've been here. This is like a water off a duck's back to me. And that counts for a certain amount in these games. It's not everything, but they're ticking certain boxes that do mean something.